Warning. The following podcast contains adult languages and mature subject matter intended for adult audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Could you repeat what you just said?
We're off to a flying start.
You want me to give you the clap?
Yeah, give me the clap and we'll start.
Okay.
Just tag that in at the end. just like cut it out and stick it right at the end, like, give me the clap. What? Hello, welcome back to Rancid Readings. This is episode 7 on May 3rd. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes. Your pigeon.
And you're the dinosaur known as Arcade.
Yes. Actually, recently, we had some friends of ours say that they would just like to hear us talk instead of read something, and we're like, yeah, that's a really good idea. We can talk about stuff that is important, like the awful things that we read.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the important things, like shit.
Like the garbage we consume.
So today's going to be an editorial.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk about what makes bad things good.
I think this is also important because I have a lot of friends who enjoy bad media, but they will not admit it is bad, which is really strange. Like,
that's definitely a big thing for me. Like, I can enjoy something and be like, no, but it's
like, this
poorly
is shit.
made.
Like,
but I have people like, no, it's so good. It's like, no, it's bad. But you're allowed to enjoy things that are bad.
And like, just as an oblique example, I have a friend who unironically enjoys Twilight. Like, I'm not even joking, and I didn't know those people existed.
I actually know a few of those people as well.
And like, Twilight, I don't fault people for enjoying Twilight because it's kind of like a power fantasy.
Oh, definitely.
Because Bella Swan is so blank that you can just project yourself onto her and then be fought over by this gross vampire and this hunky werewolf.
That actually, like, I don't get that about the story. Like, these two, like, amazingly interesting and attractive guys are just so into this completely unamusing girl. Like, they go out of their way to point out that she has no
personality.
Yeah.
But it's just so that people reading it can project onto Bella and get, like, personally caught up in the story. And the thing is that I've read 1.5 of the Twilight books, and they're not very well written. And I think it's no secret that the movies are atrocious.
I will contest that.
Oh,
I have read and I did enjoy all of the Twilight books. You're all holding that. I know you're all going to hold that against me. Shut up. Shut up.
But they're not. He's pointing at the phone, being like, "No."
Viewers, listeners, you're not allowed to judge me. You can all judge me. I judge me.
But they're not well constructed books.
There are things about them that I will say is well done, and none of it is content. The content of those books is garbage, but the actual like writing is, I think, well done.
The thing is that it is not a masterwork by any
No,
stretch.
heavens, no.
But people say like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing ever," and it's like, no, it really isn't.
It's not.
It's kind of mediocre, like in terms of its writing, which is fine. Like, shit that I enjoy that is like truly mediocre. I keep playing this video game called Sleeping Dogs over and over again, and honestly it's just a mediocre like sandbox game set in Hong
Grand
Kong.
Theft Auto, you do kung fu. We've all been there.
But like if someone's like, "Oh, like Sleeping Dogs is a piece of shit," I'd be like, "Yeah, it kind of is." Like people just don't want to admit that for whatever reason. I guess they don't want to admit that something that they enjoy is garbage, but I don't understand why. Because you can enjoy a thing that is, like, objectively terrible.
Like, we both really enjoy the film The Room. It's awful.
And people have been like, well, why are you reading like, bad books, or, like, I know someone, fan of the show, Mackenzie, she's like, oh, I love reading, like, shitty-ass books, like, I read Nora Roberts. But there are some people who would be like, why?
Oh, my mom would, like, swear that Nora Roberts is the best thing ever to grace the planet.
But, like, you can enjoy bad media because there's always a thing in the best of bad media that makes it wonderful, which is such a strange statement for me to say.
Well, there are different types of bad media, right? Like, there's the universally bad media. It's like someone was they were trying to make something great and absolutely fell flat, and everyone could look at it and be like, no, that's awful. And it's like a train wreck. People like watching train wrecks. It's just everything about it is terrible and it's captivating. But then there's the bad things where they were trying and they almost got there and everyone kind of looks past the bad and adores it.
Well, like, we read The Eye of Argon, and then we also read part of Moon People. And Eye of Argon is, like, subjectively much better written than Moon People because it actually has punctuation.
Well, like, Eye of Argon at a glance is, don't crucify me, it's competently constructed.
Yes.
Like, the kid he understood...
that, like, stories need a villain.
Yeah, he understood how to write when he put it together. But Moon People was just like, words are a thing, they go on paper.
and those are both terrible in two different ways, but those qualities about each respective thing make it amazing and hilarious.
Yeah.
Because Eye of Argon, like, it would be like writing, and then it would be like parching rays of incandescence.
That's like probably my favorite line in that whole thing, and we've read that so many times.
Yeah, and or like he couldn't fucking spell swiveled.
Yeah.
But like the Moon People guy can't fucking spell like anything,
and he doesn't use punctuation, and the whole story is like one sentence.
Yeah. And like people are like, oh, like why are you wasting your time on this bad media? But it's thoroughly entertaining to be like to construct and understand why this is so bad. And I feel like with books, it's this I guess phenomena isn't really well explored. In movies, definitely.
Yeah, well, like books have fallen out of fashion. People don't so often sit around and talk about books anymore.
I suppose.
Like, of course, there's all like the big book series that come out, like Divergent, that other Hunger Games, Twilight, the Harry Potter books. They're all like in vogue. I mean, or at least were until recently when people forgot about them again. There'll be another one soon, I'm sure. The new Game of Thrones books comes out soon. So like there are popular books, but they're not. It's not so widespread anymore. Like people don't go to bookstores and just buy books and talk about them with their friends anymore. Like that was the thing before TV, and
I think it's a shame just because if you enjoy like stuff that is objectively kind of pulpy and cheesy, you can go into any fucking bookstore, and if you find a cover of a book with a really ripped dude holding a swooning woman, and the cover is like, love of the Southern Isles, that is gold. Like, you're holding gold. Like, that is the best bad movie in written format.
That is how those are, like, constructed.
Yeah.
Like, looping, like, away for a minute, I'm going to go through several tangents and just shatter walls here, but Chuck Tingle actually has a book about the art of the Tingler. That is to say, it's a book that outlines the construction and collects the covers of the Chuck Tingle books.
And if you've not seen the covers of Chuck Tingle books,
they are the perfect parody of the romance cover. Like, specifically the gay romance cover, but I mean...
Like, it'll be like a stock photo of like a really ripped dude, but like then they just like hastily Photoshop like a unicorn head on
like
it.
They take like a picture of an underwear model in like firefighter suspenders, and they just like put helicopter blades on the back of them, and it's like, yeah. My favorite is actually probably the Dinosaur Tinglers cover, because it's got like that buff dude with like one hand kind of like half down his pants, and then there's just like a Velociraptor head that doesn't fit at all on it, and the whole thing is green.
Yes. It looks like they put a Velociraptor head sticker over this dude's face. But it's actually the Photoshop.
Or like the train one. Because it's it's got like a train and it's got like a tank, Thomas the Tank Engine style like hot guy's face on the front, and it's got like buff arms coming out of the side of it.
His fancy train arms.
Yes. But like,
if you guys haven't heard of Chug Tingle, just pause this right now and go listen to episode 1. Yeah. And then have a really long shower.
Make sure the kids aren't in the room.
And you're listening to headphones. The show in headphones. But bad movies and bad books, like, they need to be studied.
Yeah. It's like there's a whole art form to falling flat, and the best ones are the ones that were so ambitious and didn't get anywhere near where they wanted to be.
One that kind of comes to mind is well, other than Birdemic, which is like the best.
I think Birdemic didn't get close enough to being good.
No.
To be the prime example, I think. Like no one looks at Birdemic and was like, this was trying to be good. It's like, it was trying to be good, but everyone was too incompetent. But like, The Room. You look at The Room and it's like, there are elements about this which are competently constructed.
Yes.
Like
the camera is actually on a stand.
The set design looks like a place people would live, albeit kind of weird.
With frame spoons and all.
Yeah, like
sometimes the cinematography is that like shots are actually set up sometimes.
But like it's uncanny. Like, yes. You look at it and you're like, this is a little bit off. But like with Birdemic, it's like, no, this is just wrong.
This is just some asshole wearing, like, duct tape the camcorder to the side of his head. Like, one actually professional, albeit slightly old now, example of like trying so hard and failing is there's this adaptation of Phantom of the Opera that was done, I think, either late 90s or early 2000s by Joel Schumacher, who is well known for Batman and Robin. And they try to make adaptation of Phantom of the Opera into a movie, and they cast, it's an opera, like everybody knows Phantom of the Opera is an opera, and they cast Gerard Butler. They cast Gerard Butler as the Phantom, and I'm gonna put a clip of him singing in the recording right here.
Oh God.
So
brace yourselves.
Insert singing clip here.
Damn you! You little blind Pandora! You little demon! Is this what you wanted to see? Curse you! You little lying Delilah! You little viper! Now you cannot ever be free! Damn you! Curse you!
So, the thing is that, like, Phantom of the Opera it's a movie that is well shot at a distance, but it was trying to copy both Chicago and Moulin Rouge at the same time, but you just can't do that. It's like putting ketchup in your ice cream. You can't take...
Yes, these things are both good, but they don't belong together.
And it was just, like, they were so ambitious in trying to make this Phantom of the Opera adaptation, but it just, since it flew too high and it fell super hard.
Much like Icarus, its wax wings burnt up.
In the sun. And bad books can totally be the same way. One of the ones that we own, what is it? Island Heat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one that's in my backpack that I keep thinking I'm going to read on the bus, but also don't want people to see me reading. It's so good.
Because the front cover is a dude.
It's like that dude with the big Tom Selleck mustache, like, holding a woman in, like, a one-piece bathing suit on, like, a Hawaiian beach.
And he's got his tiny 80s shorts on.
Yeah, and it's like there are things about it. You look at the cover and you're like,
this is a romance
I
novel.
know where they were going with this, but I don't think they realized where they fell.
But they were trying to do, like, a sweeping, epic romance of this chick going to the tropical islands of
And it's just, it's so contrived.
fucking moon people. Even fucking moon people shot for the moon. Pardon the pun.
And they got there.
And they got there.
With Lunar Base 1.
With Lunar Base 1.
Which is a giant toilet paper tube.
This again?
Yeah. I can't get over moon people.
No.
We've created a monster with that.
Or even Eye of Argon, where this guy was trying to set up this really cool, like, Conan the Barbarian fantasy thing, but it just petered out at the end. It's like if this Eye of Argon had just, like, this sweeping, epic fantasy drama where he rescues his Princess Lady and fights his prince, and then he just, like, walks away and nothing is resolved at the end.
I feel like the big thing with it is it's once again, it's that uncanny look-alike. Like, you can look at Eye of Argon and you see this wants to be Conan the Barbarian. It has the elements of Conan Barbarian, but there's just a couple of things really wrong with it that draw your eye well away from what it's trying to be. It's like you can see where it's reaching, and you can see the stool teetering as they're trying to reach that top cupboard, and you know it's going to fall, and they're going to hit their chin on the counter and bite their tongue off. There's going to be teeth everywhere, and you want to watch that happen.
The train wreck.
Yes. It's...
And not only is there, like, a definite entertaining value to these bad books and movies, because of that thing that you just made an oblique metaphor with.
Incredibly vivid.
But I think there's something that you can learn. Like,
oh, yeah.
Definitely. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. Like, I was telling, a friend of mine about moon people, and she's like, fuck, I could just, like, pull together my fantasy novel and sell it on Amazon and do better than that guy. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. You could.
Like, I don't see why not. See some Amazon dollars.
But you see how much Chuck Tingle's making?
Not super lots, but he's kind of infamous.
Well, Chuck Tingle is an entirely different side of the coin than the train wrecks that we're talking about. Like, Chuck Tingle doesn't have that uncanniness. Like, Chuck Tingle went into it intending to make things that were bad.
It's like The Room versus Sharknado.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no one made Sharknado and was like, yeah, Sharknado's gonna be the best cinematic masterpiece ever. No, they fucking called it Sharknado, and they made a movie about a tornado of sharks. Like,
and Tara Reid is in it.
Of course. Oh my god, of course she is. Like, it's... I've never watched Sharknado.
You watched it.
Oh, sweet. Sweet, I feel like my life's better. No, it's like, when they made Sharknado, they're like, yeah, we're gonna make the worst piece of shit ever, and it's gonna be awesome. Like, there are bad things that were meant to be good, but there are bad things that were meant to be bad, and they're different they're good for entirely different reasons.
But they're both amazing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Like, shit can still be horrible, but when you entertain someone with, like, how awful it is, then that is a special kind of bad, because I've been shown a lot of really awful movies, like, I guess a year ago now, like, we all sat down and watched Space Jam, and, like, yeah, Space Jam is funny and, like, infamously kind of bad, but it at its core, it's actually just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like, it's incompetently constructed in a lot of really weird ways.
But, like, it doesn't have a level of bad that is, like, truly entertaining.
Yeah.
We had to entertain ourselves throughout the movie, whereas, like, when you watch The Room, it is so bad that it is like a laugh riot.
Like, you're mystified by the fact that no one stopped and was like, there's nothing good about this. Like, what is going on here? But, like, with Space Jam, you're like, okay, yeah, like, at no point during the construction of Space Jam would anyone think to stop and be like, hey, this isn't really that great. It's like you don't notice what isn't there, whereas with The Room, it's like...
Why?
Like, how?
What is happening? So, as a testament to The Room, a lot of the crew left, like, mid-production, including that one dude who was a character in the movie.
Oh, yeah!
And then he left halfway through the movie and was replaced by a guy who didn't even look like
Like, not
him.
even remotely, and it's like, they don't even address that this is the same character. You're just supposed to know.
Like, they didn't even give the guy, like, the jacket and glasses or anything.
Yeah!
To try and make him
He's
look
not
like
even
him.
in the same costume.
Yeah. So the people in the room knew, but Tommy Wiseau didn't know.
The guy in charge, the writer, director, producer, star, he didn't realize.
That his movie was terrible.
And then, like, years later, he was like, oh yeah, it is a black comedy, ha 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 ha.
And you're like, no.
You're like, yeah, it is, but not because you tried that. Like, Doctor Strangelove is a black comedy, and it knew what it was doing.
Yes.
The Room is a black comedy, but it's not a black comedy because of what's happening on the screen. It's a black comedy because you understand that human beings made this and thought it was good.
Another one of those is the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh.
which you all watched together in a drunken rampage.
You see, the Star Wars Christmas special feels like everyone just gave up.
Yeah, and when you look at, like, actress Carrie Fisher especially, like, she was high as balls. And then, like, Mark Hamill, who I think just got out of his car accident at the time.
He's, like, doped up on so many
And then Harrison Ford is like, I don't understand.
I'm in this movie for, like, 5 minutes and I don't want to be here. Like, he walks in and, like, you could see him heave this resigned sigh, like, yeah, I'm in a room full of really poorly made Wookiee costumes. Let's get this over with.
Softcore Wookiee porn.
Ah.
And, like, George Lucas sat down and was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this and make, like, a fuckload of money, because George Lucas is, like, the most abhorrent, like, money-grubbing motherfucker, angry mad that J.J. Abrams made a better Star Wars movie than he did.
Why don't we call him Darth Icky or Darth Insanius?
Like, it's the sand guy, like a sand.
I hate sand.
It gets everywhere. Sand is not like you.
You're not like sand.
I like that our Anakin sounds like Nick Cage.
Oh my god, I just realized how to make the prequels better. Someone get Nick Cage's agent on the phone. We're gonna make millions.
Just have him dub over the whole movie. But, like, again, he sat down and was like, this is going to be an awesome Star Wars Christmas special.
I just realized something.
What?
There's a movie with Anakin and Nick Cage in it.
Which is?
It's, what's it called? It just came out, like, last year, and it's about, like, the Crusaders that ran away to China.
Oh! I know the one you're talking about, but I don't know the one you're talking about.
Oh my god, like, why haven't we watched that yet? We saw the trailers and we're like, oh my god, it's Anakin Skywalker and Nick Cage. This is going to be so bad. Nick Cage has a friggin' top knot, and like, oh my god.
Also, I think the testament of, like, the popularity of Nick Cage proves that bad media is enjoyable.
Yeah, he's like the perfect thing, like the perfect example of what we're talking about. No one understands exactly why Nick Cage is great, but he is. Like, everyone's like, oh god, it's a Nick Cage movie, but everyone fucking loves it.
Like, one of the most enjoyable movie experiences I've ever had was a group watching of the movie Face Off. Which is the Nick Cage and John Travolta movie where they switch faces, except they don't actually switch faces, they just get the actors to act like each other.
Because, 200-something pound John Travolta is like, yeah, you swap his face with Nick Cage, they look the same, right?
And then it's directed by John Woo and his gun fetish and his dove fetish.
Every floor is soaking wet because they need to look shiny.
And, like, It's the movie is just awful. It's just like your awful early 2000s like action thriller with the shitty screenplay and like the shitty dialogue and the really slapdash cinematography. But it was great because,
like, at no point was it not thoroughly entertaining because of the ridiculousness. Like, if you have never seen the first scene to Face Off, do yourself a favor and at least watch the first, 10 minutes. It has Nick Cage as a priest singing opera.
And grabbing asses.
Yeah.
Talking about eating peaches. Pears.
Throwing a woman out of a plane. Everything about it is just perfect.
I really hope the recording isn't picking up that leaf blower or whatever that's out there. Whatever. It's live.
Yay.
We're doing this really close to a balcony.
We could just pause right here, close the door.
No! We're doing it live, editorial
you can
style.
Throw the pen. That's it. We've gone full Bill O'Reilly.
I threw the pen. Let's reference a really old meme. But anyway.
Is that like that time I referenced Left Shark the other day?
Yes. You son of a bitch.
Hey, Left Shark is a hero. He's still a hero.
Yeah, Nick Cage. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I enjoy bad video games, which is like the one line that people like don't allow me to cross.
Bad video games is a weird one because it's offensive on a whole new level. Like, with a bad book or a bad movie, it's like a bad movie offends you visually and auditorially. Bad writing offends you imaginatively. There's a word. It offends your imaginatively. There we go.
Yeah.
Imaginatively.
Yeah.
That is a thing that I've never actually said before.
Okay.
Tastes weird. Okay, but bad video games offend you visually, auditorially. That other word that I can't seem to pronounce for some reason. It offends your imagination. Why is this so hard for me?
I don't know.
It offends your imagination, but it also, like, it demands you interact with it. Like, a bad movie, you kind of, like, curl up and you watch this happening, but, like, a bad video game insists that you are a part of it, and there's something personally offensive about that.
I own this game called Sonic Unleashed, and I actually enjoy how terrible it is.
It's like Sonic 06?
I do own that too. However, I have never played Sonic 06 because my boyfriend has threatened to...
He'll just kick you out of the apartment like, no, you can't live here.
He has threatened to take the Xbox 360, which is the platform that I have it on, and throw it out into the driveway.
The worst part is I know he would, too. I can just imagine him, like, charging out down the driveway with it over his head and just throwing it.
It's already broken. Or, like, I thoroughly enjoy Shenmue. Like...
Shenmue was good when it came out, it just didn't age well.
I thoroughly enjoy Seaman.
That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. Seaman is just creepy.
But, like, I like bad video games. It's fascinating from, like, a programming level, in my opinion. Or, like, with Seaman, if you guys don't know, it was a Dreamcast game that's basically like a virtual pet game.
If they don't know. No, I guarantee you they don't know.
Okay.
Neither of us. No one but us has heard of Seaman.
Okay. Seaman is this old-ass game that was bizarrely narrated by Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, for some reason.
But it's a virtual pet game, so you go into the game and you get a virtual pet, which is a Seaman. And so you take care of the Seaman in the tank, you give it food and light and water. Except it's like really rude and nasty to you.
Well, okay, let's preface what the Seaman really is, because we're just sitting here talking about Seaman, and I mean, come on.
Okay, the
Seaman, S-E-A-M-A-N, he starts off like a tadpole with like a human face.
And it's like a really gross, creepy human face.
He looks like a Japanese salaryman who just like is really disdainful towards you.
Yes.
And like as he grows, he becomes like a fish, and then he like grows frog legs, and then he like eventually ascends to like
being a lizard.
Yeah, like a lizard frog thing, and he like leaves the Seaman tank to go to land.
But again, the Seaman talks to you, and that was like its big thing, is that it came with like a little microphone that you could talk to it with, kind of like, hey, you Pikachu, for all your gaming people out there. But like, the Seaman would be just like super rude.
He's like really derisive towards you, and like, he's just
like, he'd be like, what are you doing tonight? And you'd be like, oh, nothing. And he's like, you're such a loser.
like the trailer for the Seaman was him like talking to you, and he's like, people think I'm creepy. Probably because I'm part fish, and fish are cold and alien and hard to identify with. But don't worry, if you don't like me, your wife will. End commercial.
And I don't know, there's something fascinatingly bad about Seaman that I legitimately take joy in. I may just because, like, I consume media garbage.
Like, I still don't understand what they were going for with Seaman. Like, was it designed to just make you uncomfortable? Because it really feels like it had to have been.
That is a very Japanese, like, sentiment when it comes to any media. But then they localized it and they didn't change it.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get Leonard Nimoy to, like, talk over the game, and, like...
It's like, good, let's put this friendly guy that everyone loves there over this fish that, like, visibly has sex in front of you while describing how computers work. That happens, by the way.
Also, when it goes to bang, it lets you know.
It directly calls attention to it. Like, you'll turn on your Dreamcast, like, oh, let's see what Seaman's doing today. And, like, he's just not there on the screen. You're like, wait, what? And then you hear, look what we're doing. And it, like, pans over. And, like...
And they're humping.
They're having, like, weird, like...
Frog sex.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, thank you.
Thank you, Seaman.
And then he, like, lays eggs. And then, like, he dies. But another Seaman hatches from the eggs. And that one will grow up to be, like, the lizard. It's weird.
But I love it. I love it.
That's an amusing dividing line between us, because I hate it. I remember, like, you wanted so hard to get a copy of, like, Seaman, and I'm looking at my Dreamcast right now, like, with resentment, because it's like, one day Seaman is going to be played on you. I know it. You're going to go to a pawn shop and find Seaman with the microphone and just start playing it here. And I'm just going to be on my couch crying because he's telling me about how quantum mechanics is really cool and I'm stupid for not understanding it even though I have a degree in physics. Shut up, Seaman! Why are you judging me, Seaman? You're not real, you're a cartoon fish!
I love Seaman. Or I really like Speed Racer, like the original classic series.
Yeah, that's...
Or I really enjoy Reboot. That's something I've been thinking about lately. Reboot, you guys know what Reboot, right? Like, we're old.
We're like 20-somethings. We were born in 1990. Of course we know what Reboot is, right? If you don't know what Reboot is, you're too young.
Okay, most Canadians know what Reboot is.
Most Canadians know what Reboot is.
Quick aside for the American and international Tumblr people, Reboot is a mid-90s first CG show ever. That's kind of bad.
It's... like, really super...
It's super dated.
Like, the worst part is everything I would compare to Reboot is another Canadian CGI. Like, remember that commercial about Astar, the robot from Planet Danger? No, if you don't know what Reboot is, no, you don't know what that is, because...
But since it was, like, the first, like, all-CG show, I guess the closest, like, American comparison I can give it to is, like, the Donkey Kong 3D show, which is also Canadian, incidentally.
Yeah.
And
Beast Wars and Beast Machines, also made by the same studio in Vancouver.
Like, it's just this kind of, like, weird, bad, cheesy show about, like, if Tron was retarded and in the 90s.
Yeah, oh my god, I never actually put that together. It's, everyone lives inside a computer and every character is, like, a different aspect of the computer.
But I love Reboot.
Like, Reboot is,
like...
It's clever, it's well written.
At least it definitely gets a lot better, like, when it... Like, the first half of the show was owned by YTV, that they didn't let them do anything, and then they were bought out by Teletoon, I believe. And then after that, Teletoon's just like, do whatever you want. And that's when the writing got real
and suddenly
good.
The main character was a friggin' internet bounty hunter with, like, a scar eye who could, like, mind control his gun to shoot people.
Shut up.
And it's like...
I love him.
It's like, yeah, we went from, like, oh, this is the... Look, the Dungeons and Dragons games in town, they gotta dress as knights, but they don't actually fight anything because fighting is bad. And then suddenly it's like, glitch, shoot that thing because it needs to die.
I'm a renegade. I live in the net and I shoot giant praying mantises in the face.
I guess it's like a clear, the show grows up with you, like, wowie zowie, preteens riding around on our hoverboards, computers, and then like, snap, edgy. Like, end of season... Was it end of season 2?
Yes.
Like, end of season 2, everything's all, like, happy and fun, and, like, for some reason the characters get pulled into, like, actual Mortal Kombat, and then one of the characters is, like...
loses an eye on screen.
Yeah, he's, like, visibly almost killed on screen. I think, like, the episode ends with him, like, about to break his neck. And that's, like, end of season 2.
Well, and then, like, the thing was, like... It was, like, this huge, like, devil thing.
Oh, right, it had, like, a sword arm.
And it slashed up the main character, I guess one of the main character, and his eye. And you actually see, like, the empty eye socket and, like, a blood spray.
Which was actually super graphic.
And then he, like, the Satan thing, like, grabs Endo's face, and you hear this, like, it must have been, like, two guys in a sound booth with, like, a cantaloupe, just, like, crushing it with a shoe.
Oh.
Like... And that's how, and then
that's how the season ends.
It cuts back to the other characters, and it's like game over. User wins, which means like the characters in Reboot.
Yeah, if you're in a game and you lose the game, you all just get deleted.
And then Dot's like, no, and that's how it ends.
No, it wasn't Dot. It was Andrea.
No, Andrea went with.
Oh, Andrea was in the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Reboot is like subjectively bad, especially for someone who is younger than us and watches it. Well, yeah, like, I don't fucking get it.
If you watch Reboot for the first time now, when, like, look at how far computer graphics have come.
Yeah.
But, like, it's...
But it's bad. But I love it.
Yeah. But, I mean, at the same time, like, how much of that is nostalgia?
Not a whole lot. No.
I don't know. I guess, culturally, we grew up with computers, right? Like, we remember when computers were bad.
Like, in terms of nostalgia, like... Sure, there's a level of, like, personal nostalgia, but I guess it's more of, like, a technological nostalgia, because after they got into the serious mode, like I mentioned, the writing and the animation, like, suddenly got, like, super well done.
Yeah.
And this would have been, like, late 90s. 90s or, like, early 2000s, and, like, for the era of the show, it was really good. Like... And I'm still impressed by how much the show made a leap by just, like, taking the restraints off of it. So, I guess it's just, like, a retroactive appreciation of this technology that I enjoy, like the Dreamcast or old books. I don't know. It's a weird thing to quantify because that's an interesting point about, like, being nostalgic about it, is that a lot of people like something that's bad from their childhood, and then they grow up and refuse to acknowledge that the thing is bad.
Yeah. I will right now say outright, I have so much nostalgic love for the original Transformers. Like, Season 1, G1, I remember that being the shit. When I was 20, I went back and I rewatched it, and oh my god, I could not get through that. Wow.
We watched the movie, and you're like, what is happening?
Okay, no. The original Transformers movie is still good.
Okay.
It's on that shelf right across from us right now, and I will fight to the death to say that movie is amazing. But
right.
But the TV series is not good. Like, original Transformers is nowhere near as amazing as everyone seems to remember.
Or like, a lot of people grew up with, like, certain Disney movies that aren't particularly great. Like, a lot of people I know really like Treasure Planet or Atlantis, and both of those movies are kind of terrible.
Well, Atlantis, it really feels like Atlantis was trying to be something, and then someone shackled it halfway through.
Yes, and that's why it's not good. But they're like, oh, it is good. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not good. It is bad. Question mark. Or people really like...
Oh, I just realized something. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna segue back as a comparison for people who don't know what Reboot is and haven't just paused the show and Googled it by now, because what are you doing if you haven't? But Titan AE.
Oh my god!
You remember the CGI for the dredge in Titan AE?
Yes.
That's like what Reboot is. Reboot, the whole show, is that kind of CG.
You know what's so depressing? Titan AE came out in 2005.
Really?
Yeah. It was late.
Oh my god.
It's just that Don Bluth just doesn't know how to computer animate.
Wow. Oh. I did not even know that was Don Bluth.
It is a Don Bluth
Don
movie.
Bluth has this, like, weird tendency to make really bad things that should have been really good.
Yes, or that's another perfect example. Tons of people love Anastasia. That movie is terrible.
I was waiting for you to bring up Anastasia. It is absolute
that movie's
garbage.
It's just copying the Disney, but, like, bad.
Yeah. And, like, you can see the seams where they stitched the Disney into it.
With, like, the songs that come out of nowhere, because Don Bluth had never really... He made a couple musicals beforehand, but they're bad. Like, Pebble and the Penguin and A Troll in Central Park, those are both terrible.
Thumbelina,
yeah. That was another, like, he's blatantly trying to copy...
Thumbelina was, like, offensively bad.
And it was trying to copy Disney.
Yeah.
Right down to the part where it's basically a ripoff of The Little Mermaid. They even hired Jodie Benson, the voice actress and singer for Ariel, to play fucking Thumbelina.
Barry Manilow to write the soundtrack.
And fucking, that's the same crux. They're like, oh, Thumbelina, like, you can sing. Oh, fucking Ariel, like, she can sing. Like, whoa, like, but people don't love Thumbelina because they know that one's bad, but they love Anastasia.
Yeah.
And it's bad.
Well, Anastasia's really weird. Like, as I said, you can see the seams. Like, look at the animation of Anastasia and, like, the dude and all the normal people characters. And it's, like, it's Rasputin. Beautiful. And then there's, like, Rasputin and the bat, and it's like...
Who did this?
What are you trying to do? Like, that does not belong in this movie.
No.
And, like, if you just filter him out, like, it's boring, but I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then they just glued him in there. Like 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. Because, like, I
was waiting for that one.
That's a samurai movie. And it's like, yeah, this is just the story of 47 Ronin. Okay, good. And then they, like, glue Keanu Reeves in there, like, I'm half Japanese, I was raised by Tengu, I'm going to fight a kitsune. It's like, what? What? None of this has any bearing on the rest of the plot.
No.
Like, whenever Keanu Reeves is on screen, something vastly different is happening than the rest of the movie. I still like that movie.
I know you do.
It was a lot of fun, except for the scene with the Tengu.
Which is retarded.
Which is like, that's not what a Tengu looks like.
Why is it just a really bad CG bird
They
band?
just, like, photoshopped a bald eagle's head onto a dude's body.
That would have been more scary.
That would have been better than what they did with, like, the weird, like, let's just make his nose have, like, beak nostrils.
But just because you like this thing a lot, it doesn't make it good.
No, it's garbage.
Like, a lot of people tell me, like, up and down, like, Anastasia is a really good movie. It's really not.
No, it really isn't.
If you came up to me and you're like, I really like Anastasia because the animation is really nice and some of the songs are really good, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down with that.
It's like, okay, you can like those things about that.
Yeah. And it's not hard to look at something that is old or bad that you like and say that it is, like, you can dislike a thing but also like it objectively. Yes. Like, a shit movie that I really enjoy is... I like too many shitty movies.
That's like a thing that people know about you. Whenever you're hanging out, you're like, let's watch this movie, and all our friends are like, is it bad? Because I feel like that's going to be really bad. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. I like watching the Prince of Persia movie.
Ugh.
Even though that movie is horrible.
I'm surprised by that because cultural appropriation is like a huge thing for you. It really bugs you, but that movie is cultural appropriation.
But the soundtrack is really great.
Oh, okay.
Or, I really like Jurassic World because dinosaurs, but I will fully acknowledge that Jurassic World is a giant piece of shit, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that.
I had a meltdown coming out of Jurassic World.
Yes.
And you were all like, yeah, dinosaurs, and I'm like, no. Never again.
The thing is that like we sat down in the theater, and you're like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "I'm ready for the biggest piece of shit screenplay," and I got my piece of shit screenplay.
I was not prepared for just how incompetent Jurassic. We could do a whole episode about how much I hate Jurassic World.
Or like people are like, "I like Pacific Rim," and I don't.
Okay. So this is just the other. This is just the other shoe falling now.
But like. I don't fault people for liking Pacific Rim because it is giant robots punching like giant stupid CG monsters. But you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that movie is good. But I've had people like get like offended when I suggest the movie's bad.
What?
It's bad.
I do not believe that there exists a person who can claim that Pacific Rim is a great movie.
Go on the internet.
Oh, the internet. People don't live on the internet. Stupid lives on the internet.
Or people tell me up and down the Avengers should have been, like, nominated for Oscars and stuff. No. The movie's not good.
No, I love those movies, but they're not doing anything different. Superhero movies don't win awards because they don't do things that deserve awards. They don't do new, entertaining things.
Yes. That is it. But again, internet pissed that it didn't get an Oscar.
A lot of people are going to be pissed off when Deadpool doesn't win anything.
Yes.
And, I loved Deadpool, but it's not going to win anything because it didn't do anything worthy of winning something.
No.
It was a superhero movie. It did things that no superhero movie has done before, but it didn't do things that movies haven't done before.
Exactly. Birdman didn't do shit. Guess what? It's about superheroes, ? But it did shit that we'd never seen before.
Birdman was about superheroes, but Birdman was a movie about a broken man making a play, and again,
did not do stuff.
It did shit that no one has ever seen before, ever. Like, the whole movie was constructed in such a way that it looked like it was one continuous shot.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that the first time. Someone told me that, it blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oscar, Best Picture. There you go.
Grand Budapest Hotel. It was a not musical film to look like a musical film to give you whiplash.
And those movies, people will be like, I didn't watch this, or it is crappy. But, I get so mad about Pacific Rim. It's not good.
No, it's terrible.
It's terrible. But you can come up to me and you're like, I like Pacific Rim because I like watching robots punch each other. I'm like, fuck yeah.
And the
like
robots
I love
have hilariously awesome names.
Like fuck yeah. Like I'll get behind that. Like, you want to watch a fucking robot like fuck punch a kaiju with like a boat.
I love that part.
Yeah, I'm fucking down with that. You want to watch a T-Rex and a white T-Rex fucking fight each other? I'm all over that shit. But don't sit there with your bad media and tell me it's good just because you like it.
Yeah.
We're talking about what makes bad media great, and now we're just angrily
ranting about how people like things that are bad without discussing how they're bad. Well, I mean, that's a valid facet of this.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm gonna say something that's gonna make us a million enemies. James Cameron's Avatar was a garbage movie. It was so bad. It's the prime example of things that are bad that people will never admit to being bad.
People are understanding that these days that Avatar was just a fad that came and went. Even the internet understands that.
I mean, now we can sit there but when that came out, everyone's like, oh my god, it's the best.
I was an outcast because I did not like that movie.
I remember, you were all like, this movie's terrible. And I'm like, everyone seems to love it. I don't get it. And then I went and saw it, and I'm like, I really enjoyed that. I never want to watch it again, and I hate it.
But I was ostracized by everyone because I wasn't wowed by the movie.
It was a pretty roller coaster ride that no one seemed to realize was just that. It was like, oh my god, look at the story! It's like, yeah, I've seen that story 5 times. And that's the argument everyone's made by now. Dances with Smurfs. Yeah, sure. But, I mean, okay, imagine you were a kid and you hadn't seen Star Wars and you walked into that, though. Right? That's what it was.
Star Wars, Dances with Smurfs, Ferngully, Pocahontas. Yeah. People are like, oh, the CG's so good. I'm like, I don't care.
Sure. You've got good CG. But, I mean...
If you wrap up a piece of shit in blue cellophane, it's still a piece of shit underneath.
Yeah, it's a really pretty looking blue piece of shit.
People...
Let's have sex by plugging our Ethernet hair into each other.
So stupid. Yeah. And James Cameron is making sequels of Avatar because he knows.
No.
Yes.
You're lying to me.
No, he's making 4 sequels.
4!
4 is the planned projection.
Why would you tell me that?
But the people who enjoy Avatar will never admit that it is bad.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is everyone fought tooth and nail that Avatar was the best thing since sliced bread.
No.
So many of my friends got so mad at me because I didn't like it.
Yes.
And it's like, guys, this is, no, it's not good. I'm not saying don't like it. You're allowed to like things that are not good.
I guess that's the final piece of this argument here, is that when somebody says, I go up to you and I'm like, 47 Ronin is a piece of shit. And you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is.
But some people get so offended.
People take it personally when you tell them that something they like is bad, because it implies they're bad for liking bad things.
But that shouldn't be the way that things are.
No, it's like there's the really popular meme of Fry. Or like Zoidberg yelling at Fry in that episode of Futurama. Your music is bad and you should feel bad. That was an awful impression.
That was terrible.
Normally I'm better than that, I'm sorry.
It's okay. But, like, someone came up to me and was like, Godzilla 2014 is a piece of shit. But you're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. God, yeah, it was a piece of shit. But, like...
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a terrible person for liking something that's bad.
No. Like, all you people who love your Twilights and your Avatars, when someone, like says, like, this movie is objectively bad, you're not a bad person for enjoying it, and we're not bad people for not liking it. Question mark.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Yeah, we are. That's the moral of the story, is we're bad people because we don't like things that other people like. That's just how the world works.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Oh.
But...
Well, you shouldn't be offended when someone's like,
no.
Yeah, I don't watch... Or, like, someone was offended the other day that I did not watch Game of Thrones. Like, they took it personally. And I was like, I just don't watch TV.
Yeah.
It's not even anything against Game of Thrones. And the person was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, or like, whenever I say, like, I don't watch TV, people are like, well, you think you're better than me? And I'm like, no. Like,
we just took, like, a huge segue to real town here. It's like, if someone doesn't like something that you like, move on.
Yeah.
That's not a fight that anyone needs to have. No one wins in that. You just look like an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people don't have to like the same shit.
And then when people don't like a thing that's really personal to you, it's okay. People have different tastes.
Yeah.
That's a thing that can be.
Like when I tell you Jurassic World is a piece of shit.
Jurassic World
and I hate
is a
it.
piece of shit.
Like, don't throw me off the balcony.
I don't know. The T-Rex in that movie is my girlfriend. I might have to fucking...
I have dishonored your waifu. Taste Nippon steel. M'lady.
I hate everything.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
God. And another thing, I guess on the last note, is that you may not like a thing, but sometimes that thing is important to the cultural landscape at large. Like, I know someone who's like, I think King's Quest is dumb. And I'm like, well, you wouldn't have a lot of things in games if it weren't for King's Quest, but okay.
Like...
You wouldn't have cutscenes.
Yes.
Or lore, or a lot of things that they've kind of pioneered in that era, but okay. Or is like...
Like, I don't like Lord of the Rings. I really don't. But I respect what Lord of the Rings did for the fantasy genre.
Yes.
Everything since Lord of the Rings has been Lord of the Rings, but... like...
Or, like, I don't like Dark Souls, but I understand they're, like, well-constructed video games with this, like, deep, nuanced story and mechanics.
They have done things for everything which came after them.
Yes.
Well, maybe less Dark Souls, as opposed to
Demon Souls.
Tolkien in these parallel examples.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say that Dark Souls is comparable to Tolkien.
But they did things for their culture at large. That...
You don't have to like something to realize that it was important.
Yes. And just because you don't like it, you'd be like, oh, it's a piece of shit. Like, Lord of the Rings is so awful. It never did anything for me.
That's the moral of this, like, 50-minute rambling discussion. Like, things can be bad and you're allowed to like them. But just because someone doesn't like something that you like... I don't know where I was going with that.
It's just because something doesn't like that... stuff that you like doesn't make them bad or you bad.
And it doesn't mean you can't be friends.
There's value to be found in bad media, whether it be entertaining or something objective to look at or both. I think that's been a good long rant. With no direction.
I think we've probably exhausted this topic for now.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
And on that note,
I guess we'll get back to Moon People next time.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
I don't want to.
But we have a whole book to get through. Don't cry.
I feel like we should mention we originally recorded an episode 7
But we were so drunk.
We were plastered.
because we're like, we're not going to get through Moon People unless we have a drink.
And so we made these terrifying cocktails, like these blue raspberry whiskey and ginger ale cocktails, which are awesome. But we got so tanked, and we read like 5 chapters of Moon People, and
it's just it's us being bewildered and drunk.
And it ends with me having an arcade-esque meltdown and like rolling around on the floor and storming out. And it would be hilarious if it weren't riddled with horrible technical difficulties and like I drunkenly forgot to turn my phone on silent, so it's like ringing in the background the whole time. And you can hear the couch like dying as we're rolling around, and the mic falls over several times. We might cobble together a highlight reel, or we might just re-record that whole segment, and I'm sure I will have another panic attack because it's Halloween.
Yes, and the moon.
It's Halloween, people. Definitely.
Because that's when they launch on October 31st.
Every time they mention the launch, they mention...
I'm gonna stop this recording now. I'm gonna stop it. Stop! Stop!